today I have a different kind of video for you guys. It's probably going to be a long one, so go grab a snack. But this video is going to be all about Instagram. I get asked a lot about different tips or ideas or just things that I've been through in general about Instagram, and I thought I'd go ahead and share with you guys like the truth about Instagram. Sometimes you can feel a little bad about yourself, thinking like, why don't I get that many likes, or why don't I get that many views, or what is this person doing? And I thought I would share some of the secrets or behind the scenes things that I've done and messed up my account, and how maybe you can restore your account or fix your account if you did the stupid things I did, or actually like realize the reality that there is on Instagram as well, and many of these social media platforms where some of these things aren't what they seem. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. I did write a little notebook on my notebook kind of to go through all the things that people do to get engagement. So all these things that I'm going to talk about, I tried, I did, I regret. Okay, and another thing is that I highly suggest not doing them. Okay, and if you have done any of these, I will show you guys at some point in this video what I did to actually just like restore my account to the way it was. Okay, so first things first, engagement groups. A lot of people have engagement groups, and what these are. Okay, there are two kinds of different engagement groups, or like three of them basically. There is the engagement group that is by message. So for example, me and like 15 of my friends do a group on the messaging system through Instagram, and we will share our link or show a picture of our post, and basically you all agree to go like, comment, share, whatever it is on that each person who shares posts, and that is just a way of boosting their engagement. So that is one way that people get a lot more likes, a lot more shares, a lot more engagement on their account. Another way is through Telegram. Telegram is kind of like a WhatsApp kind of messaging app, and basically they create a group on Telegram and basically do the same thing where like a certain amount of people are in this group. They participate in the group, and everyone sends in their link, and then each person has to go like that person's picture. A lot of these groups have different rules to them, where for example you have to like and comment, or whatever it is. Like if it's like and comment, share, or like, comment, save, you have to do that first and then be able to share yours. So it's kind of like you have to do it for everyone first, and then you're allowed to do yours. And a lot of times they also ask for evidence, so you do a like a screen recording, and you can show that you actually did what you were supposed to do for all of these groups. And that is just one way people have gotten around to actually getting more engagement for their pictures. And I feel like I, for the longest time, was like, wow, you know, like I had gotten up to 4,000 something followers on my own, and just kind of like sometimes was like, geez, why don't I have, you know, like more likes? Why don't people like my content? Or I see this person and they have so many likes, or they have so many people viewing their videos, you know? And I'm sure that a lot of you guys are asking yourself the same thing. You're like, what the hell am I doing wrong? Like, I see myself posting this content, you know? Okay, another thing is that people do private Instagram accounts, and you can find these kinds of accounts on Instagram. They usually have like the social makeup group, or these weird names like that, or sometimes even like communication names, and the Beauty United group, or stuff like that. And what happens is that you ask if you can become a member, you message them, and you're into this private account that you follow. And what happens is the same kind of gist as the Instagram message or the Telegram one. these groups, you follow that account. Like for example, I'm just giving up fake names, like Beauty United group. That account has like 300 followers, and all of those followers have agreed that they will be tagged onto that person's Instagram page. And when you tag that page, you will show up on their feed. And so those people who are in that group all will like your photo, will save your photo, depending on what the rules are for the group, they will do that. So for example, there are groups that's only liking, there's groups that are liking and commenting, or like, comment, also what's it called, like saving. These are all things to boost your picture or your video. And basically they ask for, either they have somebody who goes through and checks, or they will ask for the same thing. They will ask for evidence by you giving like a saving of showing you actually like a screensaver of, or a screen recording of you showing that you liked all those pictures that are under their tag. A lot of times they have rules likewise where you have to first like everybody's picture up to that moment, and then you can post your own. I have been on all of these, okay? I have tried all three of these kinds of groups, and I will tell you, it is a part-time job. You literally, if you're like, I work full-time, I do YouTube on the side, I'm a mother, like I do homework with my son, I also want to spend time with my husband, my family. This is like a part-time job in itself, to like constantly be up to date with liking all these other people's videos. Like it got to a point that my hand got a cramp, because some of these groups are like 400, 500 people, and it is insane to have to go in and like that many amount of people's pictures, so then those people can like your picture. It's just like, it's a lot, okay? It's a lot. And then you have to use like a screen recording and go through, do a screen recording, save it at the end of the week so that they see that you liked everyone's pictures, and if not, you get in trouble and you can get on like a probation list. So it's a lot. I feel like it's not worth it. It's not worth your time to go and do these. And it also kind of fakes the engagement. I feel like it takes away from the natural algorithm of Instagram and just gives you like this fake engagement. And at the end of the day, at first you feel like, wow, damn, like I got 300 likes. But at the end of the day, like you're going through all this trouble liking these people's pictures for them to like yours, and it's not like true engagement. So then it just kind of just feels like it, what it really is it's just fake engagement, okay? Okay, so those are the engagement groups, right? It's just very, very exhausting. I highly do not recommend. I was once in like a small group in the messaging. I went to like a 30 girl Telegram group, and then I tried doing a few of those different Instagram ones where you follow those accounts and you can tag them in your pictures. And I'm sure a lot of the people you follow, if you go under who they tag, you can actually see some of these groups that they're tagging. So don't feel bad. You can see that they are tagging these groups, and it's not to throw them under the bus. I just want to be realistic, because I was one of those people. Like you could see that I had tagged those people, whether it be on my last picture or my first picture or second picture, whatever picture they can tag underneath there. A lot of times people don't want it to be as obvious, so they'll put more than one picture and then tag them in one of the last few ones. And you'll see like Social Butterfly Club, or like a lot of these weird accounts, and you're like, why are they tagging them? And when you hit that account, you will see it's a private account. It's like for members only or stuff like that, and it's one of these engagement groups. The last thing about engagement groups that I want to talk about is that some people are what they call VIP, and what these people are people who pay. So they will be part of the account on Instagram. They will follow that account and are part of the group, but they are VIP members. They pay a fee a month, and basically that allows them to post a certain number of posts per day or per week. and basically not have to give engagement to everyone else in the group. What happens with this is that those people don't have to, like, for example, if you don't want to go through the trouble of liking everyone else's picture, or, you know, like whatever the rules are of the people who get tagged into that account, basically you pay a VIP membership and you get the likes or whatever it is that's included, but you don't actually have to partake and actually go through the trouble of liking everyone else's or showing evidence or anything like that. So those are for those people who want to spend money and are okay with that. So the second way, now that we got out of the way of engagement groups, the second way that a lot of people get engagement and likes and views on their posts is paying for it. I know people personally, and just if you go onto Instagram, you can see it even on when you're scrolling through your feed, it'll say sponsored, and these are people who paid for their posts to be basically a commercial, basically like a commercial on people's feeds. And so a lot of times you get more likes. I would say that I have paid for a few posts and I feel like it's a waste of money unless it's like for a business of yours. If you have a business account where you're actually like selling jewelry or you're selling, I don't know, scarves or whatever it is, I feel like maybe sponsorships would be good because you can kind of gear it towards your main audience and where location wise you want it to be, whether it be the US or wherever you're from. And you could probably find people to buy your merchandise that way. But I feel like as a beauty content creator, I don't feel like it's worth it. Like even if it's spending $2, $3 a day on a post, I just feel like it's pricey. I don't get monetary gain from Instagram whatsoever. The only form of monetary gain or commission that I get is basically through YouTube because I am able to monetize almost all my videos. And so for me, Instagram isn't worth the time, not the time. Let me rephrase that. Instagram for me is not worth the money to invest into a sponsorship because I'm not selling anything. I'm not, you know, making any kind of monetary gain from Instagram for like how many views I get or anything like that. And so for me, it's not worth it even to spend $2 or $3. I have friends who will spend like $2 to $5 on each post to get a lot of likes from them. And in turn, you can also do that for reels and, you know, get your reels out there and get a lot of views. And basically a lot of them do this so that it looks like their engagement is super high, and that way companies will send them products and, you know, want to work with them. For me personally, and I'm not knocking on anyone who does any of these things, like I said, I've tried all of these because at some point I was like, oh God, like I want to increase my engagement. But I've come to the realization that I'm on a no buy right now. I'm like on a low buy, right? I am trying to project pan. I already have this room that is insanely filled with stuff. And in my head, I'm thinking to myself, what do you want more? You know, you gotta slow your roll. Okay, so that is a way of doing it. People will pay for these ads, and basically you can go through that through this system on Instagram. You can narrow it based on age group. You can narrow it based on location, on certain like brands or tags, and basically Instagram will throw that ad out to those people who are in that niche. And there's a lot of videos here on Instagram, on YouTube, on how to actually do your sponsored ads on Instagram, and can really help you if you're interested on doing that. To me personally, I just don't feel like it's worth it to pay for my content to be sponsored. Okay, another way, which is number 3, is people who pay for followers. Now there are different kind of ways of buying followers. There are actually different companies online where you can buy followers. Highly do not recommend that. I've actually never tried that. And then there's kind of like the smart way, which is through giveaways. The way people do this is, for example, a big account that does giveaways all the time. There's different ones out there. They will ask you for a fee, and let's say $100, $200, there's like all kinds of different ones. There's people who pay thousands of dollars. Basically, they will have something of value, a $500 Target card, a iPhone giveaway, things like that, like things that will draw people in. And basically what happens is that that account will only follow a certain number of people. So for example, this account follows 20 people. They post a picture that says, want to win an iPhone 13 Pro? Follow everyone that I'm following. So all those people who want to win an iPhone will follow who they're following. And if you paid whatever amount it was, like 100, 150 or whatever it is, they will all follow you because you're part of that list of followers that they have. These accounts do this all the time and time again, and they can guarantee you up to a certain number of followers. They can tell you, oh, we're gonna do this giveaway, it's this much, you can get 2,000 followers, 2 to 5,000, 5 to 10,000, or whatever X amount of followers it is. And you will get a crap ton of followers. I participated in this once and got all the way up to 12,000 followers and totally regretted it. And I'll tell you guys at the end how I fixed my account and how like I got rid of all of this. Another way is through celebrities, which is insane. Celebrities like Kylie, Chloe, Scott Disick, those are the main ones that I've heard of, or like a lot of the Kardashians. But I'm sure other people have done it too, have done this where they will sponsor a giveaway, and it's the same idea. Kylie will unfollow everyone she's following, and she will only follow like 1,000 people, right? Those 1,000 people paid big bucks, and I'm pretty sure it's a pretty high number. I don't even want to know how much it is, but those people will pay a lot of money for her to follow them only for a short amount of time. And basically Kylie or Chloe or whoever it is, I'm sure you guys have seen it on their account if you follow them, will post a picture of like a Gucci bag or a certain amount of money, I don't know, $10,000 or whatever it is, and say, if you want to win this $10,000, go follow everyone that I'm following. Those people who she's following paid a certain amount of money so that they could get a big following onto their account. And basically this way they can just grow their followers. And they will tell you like you'll get this, like more or less this amount of followers if you do this kind of giveaway for me. And I feel like this is throwing your money away. I spent around like, I think it was $100, and I went from 4,000, I had probably like 4,000, I had taken a picture of my, like 4,800 that were my own followers, and I went all the way up to like over 12,000, and I was just like, oh my God. But you know what changed is that a lot of these followers are ghost followers. What's a ghost follower? A ghost follower is someone who follows thousands of people, or they don't really use their account or only use their account to try to win giveaways. What does that mean is that they don't care what you post. They don't care the kind of stuff that you're posting onto your account. They don't care about your pictures, your videos, which means that your engagement is going to go down the drain. And I've seen quite a few people that I know go through this, where they do this, their account just explodes, they keep doing it on and on and on, they have 50,000, but then they have to be in engagement groups, they have to pay for ads for their posts to get out there because of the fact that they don't have natural engagement on their account. And companies want to see natural engagement from 1 to 5% of your followers should be giving you engagement. And there are websites, if you kind of type that into like onto the internet, you can actually check out your engagement. So let me do that real quick. So I'm just gonna type in engagement on Instagram, and there is an engagement. Here's a website called Flanix, and you can actually check your engagement on there. So I'm just going to type in my handle. And companies look for this. They want to see that you're getting like a good balance of comments, a good balance of views compared to your likes, etc. Their companies are smart. They have people who are looking into this now, who they're starting to realize who doesn't have natural engagement, who does. I feel like if you do ads, that's a good way of getting around it, but still, like, I don't feel like you should want to pay, like, do a payout like that. But basically, you want to have like a good like 1 to 5%. So let me see if this will give me my engagement rate right now. Okay, so this is my engagement rate right now. It's a 4.24%, which is really, really good. I only have like a little over 4,000 followers, and basically this is my engagement rate. You can type in anyone's name in there and you can see their engagement rate and what their real engagement is, and you can see for yourself that sometimes having a huge ass following does not mean that they really have a good engagement rate, because if you have 60,000 followers but you're only getting 100 likes, that means that your engagement rate isn't balanced. It means that the majority of people who follow you are ghost followers and they're not really engaging in your content. And I'll tell you that if you want to get PR from products, if you want to get noticed by brands, if you're into the whole makeup community of Instagram, you don't want to do that. So all of these things that are like the cheat sheets of Instagram, I'm telling you, don't do it, because I jacked up my own account, totally regret it. Okay, so now I have covered, right, the how to get ghost followers basically and blow up your account as if you have so many followers. And then now I am going to go for number 4. So number 4 is basically people who do their own giveaways or get together with other similar accounts and do giveaways. I don't suggest doing this unless you just want to give it back to people who actually follow you. Just generally, if you do a giveaway, I would do it because you want to give back, because you want to do it random or in secret and give back to somebody who actually really shows that they love your content. I wouldn't just post it to try to get followers, because most people follow to unfollow. They only want to win. I can't even tell you how many times I've gotten like upset messages or messages like just trying to suck up to me and just be like, oh my God, I just love your content. I've been following you forever. I really want to win that palette. And that's not what you want to hear. You want people to actually just naturally engage with you and not just be, you know, just be up your butt basically to win a palette and then unfollow you. And then it becomes pricey to join these giveaways and like get together and like buy a palette, buy this, buy that, and then, you know, ship it out to that person. It just becomes so pricey and totally not worth it. Okay, so if you've done any of these things, you've bought followers, you were in one of these giveaways, you were part of these engagement groups, whatever it is, my first advice is to stop doing it. Stop doing it completely. Don't do it. Just get out of all the groups, get out of everything that you've done. And then the first thing that I did was I started to delete ghost followers, which a lot of my friends were like, oh my God, what happened to all your followers? You had like 12,000 and then you dropped down to like, I kept dropping down like little by little. And I did it over a course of time, and I just felt stupid afterwards of having to get rid of all these people. And the way that I would check to see if there's people that I know that follow me and engage with my content. Like a lot of them, I recognize their usernames, their faces, but there was a lot of them that were like weird, creepy guys that I know don't engage with my content. I just would have them unfollow me. And basically this is more tedious to go through because you have to go into your account. You have to go into your account and go under followers, right? And then hit remove. But when you hit remove, it gives you like, you have to hit it twice to remove somebody. So it's like twice the amount of work to get rid of people that are following you. And I went through that and got rid of thousands of followers, which most people would be like, are you crazy? But before I actually did this whole iPhone giveaway, I had 4,000 something followers. I want to say it was like 4,800 followers. And And those followers I had a good percentage of engagement because I would get like anywhere between 70, 80 to 200, maybe even 300 likes sometime, just naturally, not doing any of this crap. And then when I did this giveaway, my engagement just went to shit, okay? Like literally just like 12 likes here, maybe the majority, like maybe at max 40, 50 likes, but the majority of them were just like down the drain. And I was like, nobody can see my content because of the fact that now I have 12,000 followers, but the majority aren't people who actually wanted to follow me. They just followed me for a giveaway. And the way Instagram, basically from the videos that I've seen, works is that it will throw for example, it'll throw your photo or your reel, whatever, towards the audience. And if those people engage with it, it will show it to more people. So if it's showing it to ghost followers and none of them engage with it, it's not going to show my content to nobody. And who wants that, right? If not, then you're going to have to be in engagement groups. If not, you have to go pay for ads and sponsor your own content. Like, I didn't want any of that. So the first thing that I did was go through my account and find people who were following 10,000 people, 5,000 people, people who would never see my content. I got rid of them. People who I could see were just people that I could just know that weren't into beauty, I would eliminate them. And I got all the way down to probably like 5,000. And little by little, I do that on the regular, where I get rid of ghost followers constantly. Right now I'm at 4,546 and I don't give two craps. I am okay with that because I want to create content for myself. I want to create content for fun. I want to create content for people who actually care about my content. And I don't care if I have 70,000 followers or 4,000. And what I really care about is the engagement and actually having conversations and engaging with you guys and actually like having people who care about what I'm doing. And you know what the craziest thing is? When I got rid of these ghost followers, I stopped doing all of this crap. I started enjoying what I was doing. I got hit up by Benefit Cosmetics. I got invited to work with Urban Decay. I have been getting so many opportunities now because my engagement is so high now compared to when I was doing all this bull crap. Like, what the hell? And you know, it's so funny because now I look back and I'm like, you're an idiot. You know when the Grinch yells at the wall and he's like, you're an idiot? That's how I felt like. Like myself was screaming back at me, you're an idiot. You know, because oh my God. Okay, so my top tips for getting likes or getting your content out there is to use hashtags that aren't overly used. So don't use something that has like, when you start typing in your hashtags, if it says that it's been used like 1,000,000 times, don't use that one. Use something that has like maybe 100,000, 53,000, you know, like more like doable numbers. You don't want something that's too low either, like it's only been used like 500 times. So you want something in the mid range and just have like a good variety of them. And I use basically like 15 to 25 hashtags. The maximum number is 30, so you could use all 30, but I go ahead and use like 15 to 25 and I've never had an issue. I also tag all the brands that I'm using in my content, and I feel like them seeing their content and seeing my content and seeing that I'm actually using their products has also drawn companies to see my content. Okay, I'm gonna go through the last things really quick, but basically delete ghost followers, stop all the things that I mentioned previously. Don't do any of those if you haven't already. And if you have done them, you know, just stop doing any of them altogether. Post for you and because you enjoy what you're doing and what you want to do. Don't post for anybody else and don't compare yourself to anyone else. If you have to turn off the likes button, there's a way where you don't have to see the number of likes that everyone has. Do that for yourself, for your mental health. I did that for some time afterwards when I first started doing this and trying to get my account you know, back in its place. I turned it off where I couldn't see the number of likes of anybody else, just so that I could just mentally put myself back into a healthy place of not looking at numbers. And now I've turned it back on. I have no issue seeing people's numbers, and I don't compare myself. And that's the kind of mental space that you want to be on when you're in these social media platforms. Another thing is that you also can turn off the likes on your own post. I don't highly suggest that because I feel like companies want to see how many likes you got, but you could do that if you wanted to as well. Just turn off the amount of likes that you get. That's another feature that Instagram has now. And also, it's okay to take breaks. Like, turn off your phone, hide that app somewhere until you're ready to go on. You don't have to be on Instagram every single day, and that's something that has helped me so much now. I will take away time from Instagram, put down my phone. I don't have to be like, before I used to be like so obsessed with how many likes, commenting back, doing this, doing that, and I feel like it's so much better when you mentally step away from that whole environment. And the same thing for YouTube, the same thing for TikTok, any kind of these social media platforms, Facebook. We all need to mentally step away from these and, you know, just not feel as like that need to always be scrolling and seeing what everybody's posting, what everybody's doing. It just mentally just screws with us. It's just not healthy. Another thing is engage with other people that you really enjoy. I feel like when you engage just naturally and because you really enjoy somebody, either they'll engage back, maybe they won't. I have people that I engage with, they never engage back, and that's okay too, and you have to be okay with that. But basically, I engage because I want to show them support, not because like, oh, if I like their picture, they're gonna like mine too. No, if they like my picture, good, and if they don't, that's okay too. Like I am so out of that whole mentality now. I want to follow people and engage with content that I really enjoy and that I want to show certain people support for. People that I followed for quite some time that I now have favorited those people, so I remember to show them support and really go in first and show them a comment, show them love, because those are people that I really care for and really care about their content and want to show them that kind of support as a friend or as a fellow Instagrammer or whatever it is. Anyways, I know this video is hellified long. I hope that this helps somebody, and hopefully this will help you if you are looking for this kind of content to know, like, should I do this? Should I not do this? What the consequences of doing any of these things are, and if you already did it, how to fix it. So over time, not overnight, but over time, I'm talking about like over a year or more after doing this, like probably like 2 years, finally my content now is where I want it to be, where I'm back at the engagement that I used to have, and I don't care about the numbers, and I'm just posting because I want to, and I don't have to do any of this bull crap that I felt like I saw all of these other people that I know doing, and I'm like, why am I not doing this? I should be doing this, right? No, don't do it. It's not worth it. Don't get yourself up in that. Post because you want to post, and screw all this bull crap about numbers and the whole 9 yards. Anyways, I hope this was helpful. I hope this gives you some insights into the truth about Instagram, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.